Hello friends, welcome into NFL Daily. I am your host Tom Downey, and maybe you guys heard about this, but Andrew Luck has retired from the NFL. I know, right? Breaking news, which you guys already knew because you're subscribed to our Chat Sports channel and you have notifications turned on. But as we continue to deal with the Andrew Luck retirement fallout, here is the first of many reports I guarantee we'll see over the next 5 years. Could Andrew Luck return? We're literally like a day in, and we've already got, could Andrew Luck come back? What could he go to the XFL? That's what Pro Football Talk has speculated because Oliver Luck, well, he's the commissioner. He's 29 years old. He can still play football, right? Yeah, this doesn't actually make a lot of sense beyond the, well, it's fun to speculate side of it. The Colts still hold Andrew Luck's rights for not just the NFL, but for football. The XFL is a competitor. He has to get out of his contract to go to the XFL. There's no way the Colts are going to be like, sure, Andrew, we let you keep your signing bonus. Oh, you want to play football? Yeah, go play for the NFL competitor XFL. Doesn't make any sense at all, guys. Of course, look, we're going to see this like every single offseason. Whenever Tom Brady retires, it's all going to be like, I bet Belichick could get Andrew Luck out of retirement. That's all we're going to see. So with that in mind, will Andrew Luck stay retired? Type Y for yes, type N for no. This might be actually unpopular opinion, I think. I'm going to go with yes. I don't think Luck comes back. He's an intelligent guy. He clearly is tired of the rehab and the pain and all of that. Whatever he does, he's going to have success, and it's kind of going to be like a younger version of Tony Romo, that is. He's going to have success away from the game. There's so much more time for him to spend with his family, which is a big deal for him. His body isn't getting destroyed every single game, and he can still make a decent amount of money. So I'm going to go with no. Let's continue along with our just stupid ideas. CBS, NJ.com, USA Today were after the Andrew Luck retirement. We're like, I have an idea. Let's trade Eli Manning to the Colts. And they were serious. Because they're dumb. Now, look, it makes sense for the Giants, right? They have Daniel Jones. They can make him the starter. That makes more sense for their long-term plan. But here's the thing that everyone forgets. Why on earth would the Colts do this? Why would the Colts trade for Eli Manning? And then on top of that, the trade packages put together were a second-round pick for Eli Manning. What? But why? What? What are you doing, CBS? I know you're failing and you're desperate for views, but why? That doesn't make any sense. Here are the numbers for Eli Manning over the past 4 years. Yes, actually a kind of decent 2016. Solid 2015. Look at what he's been the past 2 years. No, that's not even a 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Why would you give up anything for 1 year of Eli Manning at about $11 million, let alone what could legitimately be a top 40 pick because Eli Manning was terrible last year? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Here's the Colts depth chart, by the way. Now, if you're in Indianapolis and you want to find a better backup, I'm on board with that because Philip Walker's not very good. Swag Kelly is the GOAT, so you definitely don't want to get a backup because Chad Kelly can do that no problem, even though he's suspended for 2 games. But you also have Jacoby Brissett, who, was not that great in 2017. Of course, that Colts team was pretty darn bad in terms of overall talent around him. But wouldn't you rather have Brissett than Eli Manning right now? I don't think I'm alone in that. Let me know if you guys disagree. Let me know who the better quarterback is. Type M for Manning, B for Jacoby. But I take Jacoby, who's very cheap, by the way, and doesn't cost you a second-round pick. And if you want to go way back to a different trade rumor that made no sense, the Colts had only traded him for a first-round pick. Look, you have a cheap, young quarterback. He might not be the answer, Jacoby is or isn't, but let's let him play the year and see what happens rather than take on 37-ish-year-old Eli Manning, who's bad. It doesn't make any sense at all. All right, I apologize. I'm upset because I drafted Andrew Luck in the 13th round of my fantasy draft, and I lost all my money at the casino this weekend, so I apologize. But if you're excited for the NFL to be back, which I am, like this video. If you're not excited for the NFL, that's weird. I don't really get you as a person, but you have your own decision-making powers and all of that. But if you're excited like me, and everyone else here at Chat Sports, give us a like. Let's move up to trade rumors here. How about a Laramie Tunsil one, which doesn't appear to be happening, which, thank goodness. This one actually does make sense. There were some confusing reports out there on a possible Tunsil trade. One report said, hey, the Dolphins are shopping him. Then local Miami guys and beat writers were like, no. They listened to calls, but they're not actively shopping him, and they're not going to trade him away, which the Dolphins should not trade him away. If the Dolphins were to trade away Laramie Tunsil, who legitimately is their only good offensive lineman, they would be starting Cardinals bust Will Holden, who was so bad he couldn't make the Arizona Cardinals last year. Somebody named Zach Stirrup, who sounds like a bad cowboy, like the actual physical cowboy, not the Dallas Cowboys, like a washed-up cowboy from old Western times. Jared Jones-Smith or Isaiah Prince. A terrible idea to trade away Laramie Tunsil. So for this one, for me, unless you get like a haul, I'm talking like a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a passable left tackle, I'm not trading away Tunsil because otherwise you're guaranteeing death for your quarterback. So what should the Dolphins do? Type K for keep him, T for trade. I think this is a no-brainer. You got to keep Tunsil. Like, he is a young piece for, yes, a rebuilding team. You don't trade away potential or even right now franchise left tackles. Those are so tough to find. You don't move them, plain and simple. Now, there are players the Dolphins should and are considering shopping and trading and all of that. Look, the Dolphins, it's the fish tank. They are embracing a likely losing season. They just cut TJ McDonald, who's probably going to get signed and play a key role for somebody, but he was too expensive to trade. And there are several trade rumors around players. We mentioned Tunsil. Kenny Stills, which I find intriguing because he does bring you speed. Problem is, he'll cost a team about $8 million to trade for him. It's a little bit expensive. Rashad Jones, he costs like $12 million for a team to trade for him. That's just not going to happen. And then Kiko Alonso hasn't been good since he was with the Buffalo Bills. So those are guys you try to trade, but I would not be surprised if they end up getting cut by the Miami Dolphins. Last Dolphins note here for you guys, so I'll ask you a question. How many games will the Dolphins win this year? I might be called a hater by some Miami fans, but losing is okay if you're Miami. You are rebuilding, you want higher picks, maybe Josh Rosen shows some flashes, maybe he doesn't. Either way, Miami's going to be like a 5-win team, I think, at best. Barring a real surprise out of Miami, they're embracing a rebuilding phase, and that's smart. You don't want to be 7-9, 9-7 every year. That doesn't get you anywhere, even in the NFL. You'd rather be at the bottom or at the top. More trade rumors that also don't make a ton of sense. All right, ALSHON JEFFERY, there was a report, a rumor on Twitter where it was like, I think it's Pro Football Network was like, hey, watch out for ALSHON JEFFERY, and then that became PFN reports the Eagles are shopping ALSHON JEFFERY, and then they were like, no, we didn't say that. We just said to watch out for him, which is cheating because either stand by it and say he could be traded or say you're just making shit up. Just pick one. It's fine. It doesn't make any sense, though, for the Philadelphia Eagles. Why would they trade away their number one receiver? Like Deshaun Jackson, Nelson Aguilar, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside have value. They're not ALSHON JEFFERY. So we've gone through a weird Laramie Tunsil trade rumor. We've gone through the ALSHON JEFFERY one and the dumbass Eli Manning and the Colts for a second-round pick trade. So with that in mind, what are the dumbest trade ideas that you've ever seen? Let me know in the comments section. This can be ones your friends have thrown at you, like, hey, what if we did this? Or fantasy football trade offers they've done for you, or even just stuff you've seen on the internet. Let me know in the comments section the dumbest trade ideas you've ever seen. Now, I promise you, I didn't mean to pick silly stuff, but that's what was going on Twitter today. So we give you the news and the rumors. Let's go in with Rob Gronkowski's return. Another one we'll see at least 4 or 5 times over the next couple of months here. Former Patriots tight end Jermaine Wiggins said Gronk would return. The weird thing for me was that the outlets that picked this up, they didn't say Jermaine Wiggins said Gronk would return. They went with former Patriots tight end, which is technically true. which is the best kind of truth. The problem is that Wiggins played from the Patriots from 2000 to 2001. He hasn't been there in 18 years. Is he really the guy we're going to trust for our Patriots rumors here? Also, there was some even in-studio freakout today in the Chat Sports studio, producer Alicia, of the press conference that Gronk is scheduled for tomorrow to announce his next chapter and the next stuff he's going to do, which is not Gronk coming back to the NFL. I'll go on a rant here again, deal with it, people. We do this every time there's like a team announces a major press conference for a football-related thing. It's never a trade or a hiring or a signing or anything. It's always some new sponsorship. Or it's always, we're announcing this initiative for our team media or something dumb. For Gronk, it's probably one of two things. And feel free to freezing cold takes me if I am wrong. It's either A, he's going to the WWE, which sounds awesome, by the way. Or B, it's the next chapter, and he's got a new book. Like, it's going to be one of those two things. Let me know what you think in the comments section. But those are all your latest NFL news, rumors, and my own rants for the day.